12 Mile Delta is a Department of Conservation campsite next to Lake Wakatipu, 12 kilometers out of Queenstown. Lake Wakatipu is New Zealand's longest lake at 80 kilometers in length and 380 meters deep. The lake is known for its distinctive lightning bolt shape. The water is incredibly clear, which gives the impression the lake is made from melted glass. The campsite is named 12 Mile Delta, and it's located on a river delta at the outlet of 12 Mile Creek. A river delta is a landform shaped like a triangle due to the river carrying sediment to a lake or ocean. The capital letter delta is shaped like a triangle, hence why it's called a river delta. Aside from 12 Mile Delta being a pretty campsite, it's also known as one of the filming locations for the Lord of the Rings movies, so it's worth visiting the campsite and walking to the Lord of the Rings lookout, even if you don't intend to stay the night. 12 Mile Delta has a boat ramp, as well as long drop toilets and water taps to fill up your water tank. Please note the water is not treated, so you'll need to boil it before drinking it or brushing your teeth. Alternatively, use the water purification tablets that are sold at pharmacies. You do not need to have a certified self-contained vehicle to stay here, so you can stay in tents or vans that don't have the certified self-contained sticker. As water taps are provided in addition to long drops that have plumbed hand washing basins and soap, there is a fee to stay here, and the facilities are classed as standard, rather than the basic classification you'll see at Dock Freedom camps. Twelve Mile Delta has enough room for 100 sites, all of which are non-powered, so you'll need to bring solar panels for power. Sites are not designated, so you can just choose a place that suits you. The park is suitable for large vehicles such as buses and caravans. When I visited in December, there was plenty of room for families who want to put up their caravan awning, but I've heard people say the campsite can get quite busy in the warmer months in January and February. The cost is $15 per adult per night and $7.50 per child per night. Dogs are allowed here, so long as they're kept on a leash, and you'll need to pay $2 per night for a dog. Department of Conservation has specials for longer stays. If you stay 4 nights, you pay $45 per adult, which is $11.25 per night instead of $15. If you stay 7 nights for $75, that's $10.71 per night. Dock also offers a campsite pass on their website, so I'll paste a link to that in case that works out cheaper for you when you're staying at dock sites. As far as I know, you can stay here for quite a while, so it's not like freedom camps where you have to vacate after 1 night or 3 nights depending on the maximum night stay. Some of the buses in the photos look as if they've been staying for several months. If you're planning to stay for a while, you can discuss this with the on-site campsite manager, who I think lives in this bus behind the fence at the entrance. Having an on-site manager is good, as it means there's someone to deal with disruptive rowdy guests if that happens. I took these photos in December, which is early summer in New Zealand, so the grass is still very green. In summer, the Otago summer sun turns the grass brown, and it won't be as soft if you're pitching a tent on it. Also, the grassy areas can be quite popular from January through to March, so you may find the best grass sites are taken if you stay then. I didn't stay the night at this campsite because I was about to start a bit of work at an orchard, so I didn't have time to stay here. I drove out here to look at the 12 Mile Delta campsite with the intention of staying in the future at some point. If you're interested in the Lord of the Rings movies, the lookout shown on the map is the Ithilien lookout where Frodo, Sam and Gollum watch a battle. Please be aware phone reception is weak out here. You can still make phone calls, so it's not a dead zone, but reception is not strong. It's not a good choice for people who work from home in their caravans or motorhomes, as the internet will be too weak for your video meetings. This campsite has no dump station, so you'll need to drive your toilet cassette back to the Queenstown dump station. I couldn't see any rubbish bins anywhere. There are plenty of picnic tables, but no rubbish bins next to the picnic tables or the toilets. It does seem a bit strange to charge people $15 per night and then not provide rubbish bins. I'd expect bins to be supplied for that price. Queenstown Lakes Council has provided a dump station at 6 Cemetery Road in central Queenstown, but there are no rubbish bins there either, so you'd have to go all the way to the Queenstown transfer station near the airport. For a nation that's obsessed with keeping the scenery rubbish free, it's appalling to see the lack of rubbish bins in the Queenstown Lakes area. Given the Queenstown region is economically dependent on tourism and seasonal workers travelling here to work in hospitality and agriculture, I'm dismayed by the stinginess of Queenstown Lakes Council. The council's miserly behaviour reflects poorly on New Zealand. With your grey water from your showers and dishes, I think you're allowed to just tip the water onto the trees, so long as it's just shower water and water from your dishes, not sewage waste or water with chemicals in it. Because you don't need to be certified self-contained to stay here and there's no certified self-contained sign, normally with these campsites you're allowed to use solar showers or the shower in your vehicle and then just tip the water on the trees. I didn't get bitten by any sandflies, but other people have said sandflies may come out in the evening and bite. It's just one of those downsides of camping next to a river. Note you can't operate drones in this location. Large planes fly over Lake Wakatipu to land at Queenstown Airport, so you can't use drones anywhere marked in pink or blue. I saw a man flying a drone over Lake Wakatipu, and he was flying the drone over people's heads at the beach, which is against the law. Drones can cause radio frequency interference, which is why they're considered dangerous near airports. I think he was a New Zealander because he was driving a standard New Zealand passenger vehicle, not a rental vehicle or the vans that tourists often drive. Definitely don't copy that man, as the fines for flying drones in airport zones are very high. Overall, it's a beautiful, peaceful campsite to visit and it's well worth coming here, but do keep in mind the poor phone reception and the lack of rubbish bins when you're planning your stay here. Happy camping! Bye!